Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here for us to get our lives. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and to all of my new subscribers. Thank you all so much for joining the family, and to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul. Thank you all so much for your continued support. I know I got y'all going back and forth and back and back and forth and forth and back. But guess what? We're going to make it do what it do on this Friday night. I got my wine glass with me. Clink, 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 clink. Okay. Okay, I guzzled that down, didn't I? Y'all, let me tell y'all, I have been out there scouring the YouTube streets and the Instagram streets and all the other streets trying to find some tea. Okay, my cup does not run over. And most of the time, it's just the same old, over and over and over and over and over again. Um, some people are like having a ball with 90 Day Fiance. One of my friends told me today, oh, I found out that 90 Day Fiance was trending. I said, girl, it been trending. Okay. Um, but the streets are dry. It's the same thing over and over again. And you just kind of get tired of the Lisa, us men kind of song and all of that. And we're going to talk about that too, because this is Get Your Life, okay? And so we're going to get our lives on here. But anyway, as we all know, that there have been 90 Day Fiance fans who have done petitions to get certain people off of the show and stuff like that, and they've done it and posted it on change.org. And for the most part, okay, TLC doesn't listen. I'm one of those ones that truly believe that they do what they do with the whoop whoop and the boop boop boop. But there's been a lot of things that have been going on the YT streets, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, so the first subject matter that we're going to be talking about is what you saw in the caption, and that's Geoffrey. Okay, Geoffrey basically was one of the ones that the TLC fans decided that they would do a change.org petition to have him removed from the show, because there were some allegations that Geoffrey had been a bad boy and he had done some stuff that he wasn't supposed to be doing. Okay. And so, as a result of that, the allegations and some records that people have found on him, the fans got together and was like, he got to go. And so we saw Geoffrey. They never cut any of his episodes or anything like that, because I believe that they found it interesting enough to just go on, go ahead and keep him on the show. However, what they did do was not invite him to the tell-all. So he went live with a gentleman who has a YouTube channel and decided to spill a little bit of his own tea. As we know, Geoffrey has been threatening to do his own tell-all on YouTube, telling us, what really is happening. So when he did the interview with this particular guy, I thought the guy did he did a great job, considering that Geoffrey has signed a non-disclosure agreement and can't really disclose what has happened on the show. The last show that we saw on 90 Day Fiance, we saw Geoffrey, at the house with Mary and Varya. We saw Varya leaving Russia and excited to be reunited with Geoffrey. She thought that, I'm going to go get my man back. I'm going to lay it on him. I'm going to look nice. I'm going to look nice. I'm going to smell nice. And I'm going to do all of that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be back with my man in no time flat, because, basically I'm going to put that whip appeal on him. Okay. In the words of Babyface. And so, of course, when she gets there, she knocks on the door and everything. He opens up the door, she jumps into his arms, and she's all excited and everything. And then pop goes the weasel. Mary's ass is standing in the back and saying, okay, why is she here? Okay. So we saw all of that transpire. So Geoffrey goes onto this YouTube channel and he decides that he's going to spill a little bit of tea about it. First of all, Geoffrey said that it had been 3 months since the last time that he had talked to Varya. He said that when she would send him text messages and stuff like that, he would be very vague in his answer and his reply to her, or even he would just flat out ignore her. He says that, he says that, what's the child's name? Mary was not a rebound, but she was a rekindle. He said that the two of them had had a relationship before, and I guess it fizzled out. For whatever reason, it fizzled out. And that when he got back with Mary, this was him, going back for the second time around. And he said that it was basically Mary's birthday and that he was taking her out. And while they was, sitting at the birthday table, okay, having the birthday dinner, that that he decided that, to turn the conversation another way and ask her, hey, do you want to, have a long-term friendship, or do you want to, see if we can rekindle something? I never heard him say rekindle, but I just, whatever. And so he of course, she said yes. He said the reason why Mary was at his house was because Mary had been drinking, because of her birthday party. We saw the two of them get into two separate cars. But I guess she went to his house for a nightcap. Now, the gentleman did ask him, did y'all get busy? Did y'all consummate the relationship that night? And so, Geoffrey kind of nodded and everything, which is, I'm just like, what, don't kiss and tell. Don't tell this mofo nothing. But, so he says that no. He says she was drunk and he did not want her to drive home. And of course, we saw that he is on a very windy road. So that only makes sense that he did not allow her to drive home, especially if she had been drinking and smoking weed or whatever, grown folk do. Because grown folk do what grown folk do. And so, he started talking about, the relationship with TLC, the relationship with the fans, and how he felt like TLC has succumbed to the petition and to all the negative things that have been coming out from the fans. So it does appear that Angela, who was on my live a couple of days, was right, that he was basically asked not to participate in the tell-all based on, our feedback and the things that we did not like. So I'm hoping that Lisa, the same thing happens with Lisa, that, they really see that the words that she has said has offended many, many, many people. And we're not going to get all into that, okay? We're just not going to get all into that. But I'm hoping that they do see that has offended and that they do not have her back on future shows. There's nothing that we can do at this point. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, I took that to the head. There's nothing that we can do at this point to get rid of her. But I'm hoping that, she wants to come back and do 90 Day Fiance the other way, alleging that she is going to be, going to Nigeria. Now, we know that there's another couple that did 90 Day Fiance the other day, and that was Paul and Karini. Paul started on 90 Day Fiance season 1, 90 Day Fiance before the 90 Day season 1. He also went on to do 90 Day Fiance the other way because he felt like he was going to stay out there with Kareem. But that is not, exactly what happened, okay? Because now they're going to be featured on season 5 of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, because Kareem was able to come here to the United States, I guess, despite Paul's criminal record. Now, a lot of people were saying that, if you have a criminal record, that you can't be back on, that you can't do the K-1 visa. But I guess that it wasn't, maybe a felony, I guess. Maybe it was a misdemeanor. But anyway, I digress. Whatever the hell it was, Karine was able to be here, and she is here. Allegedly, she is pregnant again. I have not heard that from Paul. As a matter of fact, I haven't even slid into Paul's DM to ask Paul whether or not it was true, because you know what? I would like to find out the same way everybody else finds out about it. So I have not asked Paul about that. Paul, if you see this video, let me know in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to come to you. You come to me. About it, because I'm sure that you have a whole lot of other people who are trying to slide up in there, and get the tea on that. So anyway, Geoffrey did say that he felt like TLC has succumbed to, the cries of the people, and that this is the reason why they did not want to have him on a tell-all, because they didn't really want to be involved with everything. And as a result of that, Varya wasn't on there either. Now, I don't know if they, reached out to her separately or what it was. We never know. The tell-all got pushed back, and I'm assuming that it got pushed back because of the leak. And maybe they wanted to, record some things. Excuse me, y'all. Maybe they felt like they wanted to record some things and to get that kind of, off of them. I have no idea what that was about, but it has been pushed back, and therefore the release of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After was pushed back as well. Geoffrey then began to sit up there and talk about Big Ed, because the guy asked him about Big Ed and how he felt about Big Ed. And that's when Geoffrey, the pot calling the kettle black, began to sit there and read Ed for filth. Basically, Geoffrey was saying that, he felt like Ed had made some wrong decisions. They all have been revealing that 90 Day Fiancé or Sharp Entertainment or whomever it is usually pushes them into certain scenarios and tries to exaggerate things or have that, suggest that they do certain things. And so he was saying, even with the suggestion, he didn't believe that Big Ed should have did what he did. He felt like he was disrespectful to Rose, and he actually called him a perv. And I just was like, okay, but the people are saying the same exact thing about you, and yet you're sitting out here trying to defend yourself and indicating that these things are not true, but you're sitting up here doing the very same thing to your cast member. This mofo had the nerve to say that he really does like Lisa, and that, Lisa is a very nice person, and that, she really is in love with her husband. I believe that Lisa really is in love with her husband, as we saw on the premiere for this upcoming Sunday, that Lisa is basically begging him to propose to her because they're supposed to be getting married and all of that kind of stuff. And so, she's basically begging this mofo to propose to her. So unnatural. Like, if I gotta go to a mofo and ask a mofo to propose to me, I just don't even want to be like the hell I want you for. I mean, like for real? Like, we doing that now? Like, this what we doing? I don't want to find myself, being the attractive woman that I am. I got a whole lot of stuff that's going for me. I can look like proposing to somebody or having to, beg somebody to wed me. Yeah, okay. You keep on thinking, okay? I be by myself. You hear what I'm saying? Trust and believe me, I will be by myself before I sit there and do anything like that. So basically, Geoffrey is, he is trying to defend himself, and we are just awaiting for his tell all. I guess he figured that he is going to do his tell all after the tell all is revealed. But I'm just like, boo, you got to strike while the irons are hot, because after the tell all, we probably won't even want to hear anything from him. He basically dragged Ed and just was like saying that Ed was just, a cruddy type of person. And I'm just sitting up there thinking to myself, but boo. Now, so he's saying that, the gentleman asked him, does he think that he was going to beat the charges? And he said, I don't think that I'm going to beat the charges. I am going to beat the charges. He indicates in that interview that, this woman that put these charges out there against him, and that, when he went to court and everything, or went to answer the complaint, that they told him to plead, and he was like, I'm not, that they would drop it if he pleaded. He was like, I'm not going to plead. So he said that, he's basically going to go to court and fight over this. And he asked him about his son, and he was talking about the mean things that people have said to him, and about him, his son being deceased and stuff like that. And so he wants to answer to all of that too. I think that, a lot of times, you get tried in the court of public opinion and what people really think about you. And it's just so unfortunate that happens to people. But when you put yourself out there, um and you're on television, you're going to be judged, and people are going to either like you or they don't. I mean, it just is what it is. But then when people go back and they do research on you, and you have charges against you, multiple charges against you, people are going to come at you. They're going to say all the little mean things that they want to say about you. It just is what it is. And especially with 90 Day Fiance and other, it's one thing if we know that it's nonfiction, or it's one thing if we know that it's fiction. You know what I mean? We don't know what the truth is. We'll have to wait and see what the court documents reveal. But he has already been tried and convicted in the eyes of the public. And so sometimes it's not even worth your breath to try to defend who you are. And as a YouTuber, and a content creator and influencer, I try to have balance. I try to do what I need to do in a balanced way. I want to be able to get you the tea, and I want to be able to give my advice and to give my opinions, but also there has to be a certain level that you just absolutely will not stoop to, and try to be balanced and fair. Like, you have to be. As much as I dislike Lisa, and I mean, I dislike Lisa, okay? Baby goat Lisa. This week I got an email from someone. Um, they used my real legal name. I didn't understand that. Um, and they gave me a bunch of information on Lisa. A bunch of information on Lisa. They had actually done their research and their homework on the girl. And I remembered, when I was going through the stuff that I was going through, how I felt when personal information that I had not disclosed was revealed on social media. So when I saw the information, I just was like, I can't, there's a morality clause that's in my heart. There is a certain level that I am just not going to go to. Like, I'm not going to do it. And I get a lot of information. And I'm telling you right now, I am not a doxer. I'm not someone who's going to put someone's public information out there like that. Now, will I spill a little bit of tea here in it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Have I been the plug for certain information? Yeah. But nothing where it violates someone's right or causes someone to be in harm's way. I'm not going to do it. So, look, let me just say this. Regardless of how cruddy it may be, Lisa, Geoffrey, or any other cast members, I will not dox anybody. I really would like to have a fair and balanced review, period. So if this is your thing, this is your hustle, this is what you like to do, please don't involve your auntie, because just because you sent the information makes me responsible for what I have. And some things are just, I'm just not going to do, and I would rather you leave me out of it. The same thing with Geoffrey. No matter what information someone has sent to me, I'm not going to disclose that information. I'm just not going to do it. So I'm hoping that you all respect that. Now, there was a gentleman on Instagram that was interviewing baby girl Lisa. And of course, I reported, and, I reported on it, and baby girl Lisa was crying. I reached out to the gentleman because I was going to do an interview with the gentleman, to give my side of the story, or what I thought about baby girl Lisa, um, from an influencer's perspective, someone who has been covering 90 Day Fiance basically since it's been on. And I was really busy, and I could not, I couldn't holler at the boy that day. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to back off. The next thing I know, I see a post from him that he's going to be interviewing Amber. Now, as many of you all know, Amber is one of the people that Lisa indicated that she feels like this young lady is going a little bit too far with her. The both of them are going tit for tat. They're going back and forth with one another. I mean, you got all kinds of people involved in it, police being called and all this kind of stuff. And it just really has gotten to be just a very, very nasty, very, very nasty and unfortunate situation. Well, she decided to do an interview with him, and I said, "Skirt, let me put the brakes on and find out what's going on, okay? Because I don't want to put myself out there in a situation where I feel like I'm caught up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be caught up in the bull. Like, I'm serious. So I said, okay, you know what? Let me put the brakes on this interview with this guy, because you know what? I really don't know him. I don't know what his agenda is. He just came out of nowhere. He doesn't seem to know a lot about the show or anything like that. So I was like, the hell, you know what, Auntie, back the hell up, because you got a whole bunch of people who are following you, and they're going to, be influenced, or one way or the other, about what you do or what you say out here on this man's channel. It's one thing to come out here and laugh and giggle and gag, but it's another thing when you're going onto somebody else's platform and making a public statement about something that you really don't know a whole lot about. So the next day he goes on in, he interviews with Amber, and they go back and forth. And her on Instagram, her channel is called Lisa Wishes She Was Me. And so they go back and forth, with one another, and she's telling her side of the story. He's asking her, and on some things he actually challenged her. And you have a tendency to feel sorry for people like that, but you do understand that there are always two sides of a story. And that's where I feel like, as a content creator, that I have to, walk that really thin line. Well, while she was on there and she was giving her statement, she had mentioned that she has an African American son, and that she really is for the cause. She's for the people and everything. And someone in the comments section said, while she was out there talking, someone in the comments section said, she harassed me or made some kind of statement about my son, but my son being in jail, and her son is in jail as well. So of course the young lady saw the comment come up there. She burst out crying and everything right there in the interview, and had to discontinue the interview. Now, see, I never knew this about this young lady. I never knew that, her son was incarcerated. I don't even know if the statement was true or not. But based on her reaction, you would assume that the comment that the person said was real. And I'm saying to myself, now here we go with this doxing stuff. How in the hell did anybody find out about her information, her public information? How? Like, how did they find out that her son, like, people are doing investigations like that, like they give a damn like that? Like, what the hell have we come to when we get to the point where fans, influencers, bloggers are being attacked for just doing what they do? Now, do I think that the two of them got issue? Hell yeah, the two of them got issue. They did some dirty, cruddy stuff, and you never can win when you dirty. Do I believe that Lisa, baby goat Lisa, and Lisa, which she was here, Amber, aka Amber, have learned some lessons about, from this? I believe that too. And I believe that, when we I say this every I had to get that, y'all. Ooh, that's bothering me. I say this every season, and I'm going to repeat it again this season. We have got to see this show for face value. We cannot be in these people's DMs. I'm telling you, if you go back on my reviews, you will see that I say this every damn show. This going out here and pulling up the information and revealing the information and sliding in the DMs and flirting and setting people up and stuff like that, that's gotta stop. Because now here it is, Amber is hurt. I don't know if she's gone live again. I don't know if she's, had a public conversation about it. But it really hurt me that she was hurt. It really did. And then you got Sherelle. Sherelle World is out there and she's doing what she does as a content creator, and she getting flagged and stuff. Auntie's channel is getting flagged. Then there's another woman that's out there making all kinds of allegations and stuff like that, and talking about that, her Venmo got hacked. Like, this is, damn it, this too much. And so when we become the very person, now I'm not, now we have to make sure that we stay above reproach. We have to make sure that we stay above the game. That we don't find ourselves hurting one another. We gotta stop this bull crap, y'all. Because this has gone into this woman's personal life. But then what about the cast? I watched on Sherelle World's page the other day. She did a interview with Laura. Now, y'all know I did not care for Laura and Aladdin. Did not care for Laura and Aladdin. But Laura made a very good point. She says, one day you're nothing, you're nobody. And the next day, you're thrown out there into the public's eye. And you don't have any media training. She said they don't have any counseling. They don't have anything that helps them, okay? That tells them what they should be expecting, what they should not be expecting, how to handle sudden fame, popularity. How do you handle the attacks in your DMs, the public attacks, the memes, all that kind of stuff. Like, they're not giving any of that kind of media training that a lot of stars are given. They're not giving that. And it really makes you sit back and wonder. It really makes you pause and say, you know what? Some of the stuff I do, I shouldn't do. Or I wouldn't do if I really considered the human being that is behind that. Now, I'm not giving Geoffrey a pass. I'm not giving Lisa a pass or anybody else a pass. I'm talking to us as the fans. I'm talking to those of us who go in the comment section. I'm talking about those of us who watch the show. I'm talking about those of us who follow Instagrammers. I'm talking about us right now. We gotta realize that these are human people. Now, I am not going to fail to stop reading them bitches anytime I feel like I want to. But I will start thinking about the human side of things before I come out and make accusations. That's why a lot of times you see that I do, when I am giving out information, I am citing a source, whether it be sarcasm, soap dirt, an Instagrammer, whether or not another YouTuber or the likes. I want to make sure that what I am saying is fair and balanced. And again, I am going to repeat it. That is not to say your auntie does not get the tea. And that is not to say that your auntie does not distribute tea. That is not to say that your auntie does not have tea parties or participate in them. However, when it comes to someone's personal life or something that has something to do with their children and stuff like that, I'm off of it. When it comes to doxing them and releasing private information, I'm not going to do it. So after I watched this young lady get very upset and I saw, fans come in and stuff like that and they were talking. And of course, our girl Andrea was out there, okay? Andrea was out there and she was cut off like this, okay? Andrea was out there like that. And Andrea said that, the question that she wanted to ask, she wanted the man to ask Usman or Usman. She wanted him to ask him is why did he allow Lisa to treat him the way that she did? And I got an answer for Andrea. Because that's her man. And that's his woman. And what people do, how they handle their relationships, really truly ain't none of our business. Anything that they do off screen, who gives a damn? What they do on screen, we're going to go and we're going to critique it. But not to the point where it keep us up at night. And not to the point where we give a damn. But I did understand what she was saying. But I was like, we take this too serious. If you are unable to handle this stuff, do like your auntie do. Don't follow these mofos on social media. I appreciate every tip that I get in my box. But as many of you all know who provide tips, there's certain things your auntie gonna talk about and certain things she's not. I just ain't gonna do it. One of the reasons why I don't like Devin and his I cannot remember her man's name is because she's always going back and forth with the fans about her children. Somebody made a comment the other day and called Darcy's daughter all kinds of, derogatory words. And I'm saying, what did Aspen do to the fans that they would go out there and call this girl all these obscene words and names? What the hell is wrong with us? Most of the people who are looking at the show, we grown-ass people with families of our own, and we going out there and dragging somebody's child, attacking them on their Instagram. The fuck are you following a teenager for anyway? Why are you following a teenager on Instagram with your grown-ass self? So anyway, I just needed to get that public service announcement out. I just needed to let you all know what my heart is. We come out here and we grin and giggle, and we're going to continue to grin and giggle. And we're going to judge and we're going to grin and giggle about what it is we see on television. If there is something that happens on, in the public forum, I am going to come out and do an auntie say it is and so, but I will not be doing anybody's double duty dirty work. So, while I do appreciate you all sending me the tips, please don't send me information that I may have to be responsible for if this stuff goes into a lawsuit. Please don't send me anything that's going to set your auntie up or have your auntie have to be standing, sitting on somebody's damn court TV show talking about some, I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the Republic. Bitch, don't have your auntie sitting up in some chair, okay? Send me the stuff that you can send me, but when it comes down to certain information, don't send it to your auntie because you may make me be responsible for whatever it is that you put in my box. I'm just saying. Okay, I love every last one of y'all. Don't get offended. Don't get offended. I don't even know who it was from, but I just was like, okay, why are they using my legal name? Anyway, so Lisa was on, in the interview, and she indicated that Corey and Evelyn had been married several years before the two of them showed up on the show. She says that she cannot blame TLC for doing that, but that, they had lied to them and did not reveal this. This now goes back to the same thing that we had been talking about before of whether or not they do do thorough background checks. Because how can you, as a show, not know that these two people are married? Like a marriage certificate didn't come up. It was Soap Dirt that revealed the documentation and showed us. Okay, and of course, your auntie did a review on that as well. It was Soap Dirt that revealed that the two of them had been married for quite some time because she had some information about her driver's record. And on your driver's record, it states whether or not you're single or married. Now, she's doing a fans only page, and Corey mad about it. The chick, Laura, said that when she decided, y'all, you can't make this So when Laura decided that she was going to move to Ecuador at the invitation of Corey, she said when Evelyn picked her up from the airport, that she had her boyfriend in the car. So this appears to be years of cheating that has been going on between the two of them. But Laura said that she felt like she was in an uncomfortable situation because she was like, I'm not really friends with Evelyn. My friendship really is with Corey. How do I tell Corey that his wife is cheating? Bitch, Corey knows. Corey already knows. Let's keep it 100, okay? Corey knows. You don't have to tell Corey anything. He's fully aware of what kind of woman he's married to. And now she's doing a fast only page, and I understand in retaliation, he doing one too. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. She really came off as a different person in the interview. I was glad that I had an opportunity. What is that, Mary? Huh? Oh, okay. It's the same as Russ. How do these people, these nice guys, get such harsh women? Hey, OMY. Hi. Oh, wait. Why? Wait. Hi, boo. Um, I don't know whether or not Corey is such a nice guy. The thing about it is, all the frauding that goes on, because Laura was talking about, just as well as Geoffrey and all the rest of them was talking about, how they're persuaded to do certain things. And as I've said repeatedly, reality TV is just not reality TV. It's not, it's not real. Not all of it. You know what I mean? But I wonder if TLC can go after them and sue them for having a false storyline. Because if she's saying that they didn't cause it to be, you know what? People will do whatever they need to do to run after fame and fortune. These young women that Colty is dating, because Colty, excuse me, I've been fighting that yawn. Colty is coming back onto 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After season 5. He got some new chick that he's messing with who it appears that he's been cheating with someone else on her. And I'm saying, I guarantee you that this bitch was in his DMs. I guarantee you that she's a fan, because other than that, why would you ever find Colty attractive? Like, why? Who the hell looks at Colty and say, I got to have that man with them baby making hips? Who's saying that? Unless it's somebody who wanted to be on the show. Like, there's no way in the world I would look at Colty and be like, I got to have him. That's my husband. And if the Lord dropped down and he sat on my shoulder and was like, Auntie, that's your husband, I'd be like, let me tell you something, Lord. I love you and all of that kind of stuff. But I think you have made a mistake. Who wants him? Can't wait for them to come back on the screen, though. But I swear, I hope he did something with Mama Debbie. Did Mama Debbie find her a man? Mama Debbie need to go on her a little app and find her somebody, okay, that she can get to pull that slot machine with her that's sitting up in that kitchen. Because until Mama Debbie find her somebody today, bitch, she could always be in Corey's stuff. I mean, in Colty's stuff. Y'all, I just wanted to come out here, chit-chat with you all, let you all know what was going on, help you all get your life. I'm hoping that you got your life. I'm hoping that nobody walks away from here offended, because we are a family. And I'm not saying don't send me anything. I'm saying don't send me anything that's going to cause me to be sitting up and giving the right hand of fellowship, and I ain't in nobody's church, but I'm in the courtroom. Hope nobody got offended by that, okay, y'all? Please trust and believe. You got to understand that I do this for grins and giggles. This is for entertainment purposes only. And, a little bit of revelation, a little bit of research, a little bit of education, because, I give y'all advice and stuff like that. But never is it my desire to be out here and just be malicious and get the doxing people. That ain't my game. Because you know what you do to one will happen to you. And like I said, I've already been down that road, and I don't ever want to go down that road again, because at the end of the day, I am a mom before I am anything else. Before I'm a content creator, before I'm an influencer, I am a mom, and I am a lioness mom. And I am going to protect my cub. Even to the extent, as many of you all know, last year I was ready to walk away from this thing. Like, I was ready to walk away and say, I'm just not doing this no more. It wasn't fun. Like, I did not like it at all. And so that is one of the reasons why I had totally stop doing interviews, because when you do those interviews, you really got to get into you got to really, no. So I'm glad I did not do. I want to say to Lisa, to Amber and to baby girl Lisa, drop this stuff. Like, it's just not that serious. When you got cops calling and an IBF, okay, because I ain't going to say it the other way, it has gone too far. You all are two grown women, and y'all need to drop this foolishness. This is for entertainment. That is why the creators of 90 Day Fiance do all the stuff that they do. So today we can be, are we not entertained? We are entertained by the show, and we're entertained by the content creators that we like. But this has gone too damn far when you doxing each other. It's too far. So anyway, I'm going to put my glasses on for a couple of seconds, and I'm going to answer any questions that you have. Since I'm live, I was going to go on my live stream, on my stream, y'all, but I was like, no, I got some things I need to say that I don't need anybody coming in on. So, does anybody have any questions about anything? I will take questions. Hey, Heifer, say what? You didn't miss anything, Gina. You can't see the chat, Chandra. Why is Lisa against showering? I love you too, Sarah. I don't know if Lisa is against showering. I don't know if she is against showering or not. She looks dirty. Her hair looks really, really oily, and she just doesn't look very healthy. But I don't know if that's because of the stuff that she has been going through. And just being nasty. Auntie, why did you stop reviewing Good Girls? Because it just was too fake for me, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the show. It just, it took a direction that I didn't like. Happily ever after is not about whether or not the couple stayed together. It's happily ever after is not whether or not the couple stayed together. Is not meant to be for couples who stay together. It's almost like happily ever after, question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay? I don't know if he knows if he is not coming to the U.S. I do believe that he is going to come to the U.S. Um, I think that because of the travel ban, it's easier for her to go to him. And I think that they want to milk this particular company, Sharp Entertainment, TLC, Discovery, or whoever it is. I think that they see a way, a potential of making more money off of the show. And Lisa indicated that she wants to help his music career, and that's her priority. She says that she is not going to be going back to her job, but she is going to go out there in August. She said by August 29th, and she's going to live with him there. And from there, she is going to assist him with his music career, and that is the thing that she wants to do. She wants to be a supportive wife. Do you think Geoffrey is really going to choose to be with Mary? No, I do not. No, I do not. I think that he's going to be with Arya. Okay. Any more questions? Yes, Angelica, in several videos on my other channel. I have addressed that, Angelica, on my other channel multiple times in multiple videos. If you go back and you look at the videos where the thumbnail has Lisa in it, I have absolutely addressed that. There are 2 episodes left. Oh, okay, great. I'm not sure. She did not indicate whether or not her daughter was going to be moving with her, but she did indicate that people have been attacking her daughter in social, on the social media platforms. You're welcome. Any more questions before we end this live? Okay. She had lipstick on the glasses. Okay. Love you too, Amber. She said her and her baby watches now. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good night. Yeah, I talked about that, EJ. You got to watch the replay. Okay. Thank you, Rory. Bye, boo boo. Thank you for those flowers. I don't know, Tracy. I have not watched one episode of the quarantine show. Not one episode. Totally not interested. It wasn't about, oh, on Lisa's daughter. Okay. I'm not sure. I am not sure if Family Chantel is coming back, but Family Chantel was so scripted. I did do the reviews on it, but it was so scripted. I don't know if I have the energy to do it again. I don't know. After I finished it, I just was drained. After finishing the reviews on it, so I'm not even sure if I would even review that show again. And I'm just being honest with you. It just was so cotton freaking scripted. All of it just seems so fake. Yes. I don't know if I'll be covering Smothered. I covered Smothered last year, and remember they just cut it off. It just wasn't another episode of it. So I don't know how long they're going to be running it this year. But if they're running it for a full season, then absolutely. I'm not sure about George. I understand on 123 Godiva that is the truth. I have not done the Two Brothers, and I have not been interested in going back. I have been in talks with Lady D, and we are trying to find a way to do it. Um, I think because we started off, I started off by myself, and then I added her in. It just feels so empty when I don't do it with her, and so. You're welcome, sweetie. Yes, I will be doing Little Women. I will be doing Little Women on my other channel. Last week was really good. Please do the family update. Last week of what was really good. No, it did not, Sarah. I went to the post office. It is not there. 600-pound life. Okay. Okay. Well, since there's no more questions, you all, thank you all so much for being here. I love you all to pieces. Please remember to stay safe while you enjoy this. Thank you, EJ. While you enjoy this Memorial Day weekend, please don't let your guard down. Be safe. If you're going to a cookout, wrap up. Okay? Wrap up. Thank you, Renee. Wrap up. Keep your mask on. Keep your gloves on. Lift up your mask and eat your food. But slide that bitch right back down. Like, seriously, be safe if you're going out. If you're going out to the beach, social distance. If you find that you can't social distance, get your ass off the beach. I mean, like, seriously, y'all, things are opening up, but you got to make sure that you are ready for this opening. And just because they open don't mean that, you know, okay. No, it's not weird. That's a blessing. Okay, so love you all to pieces. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much, Mary, for being here. I believe Mary is out here moderating. Yes, she is. Thank you all so much, okay? Yes, have a great and safe Memorial Day. I will see you all Sunday night. But of course, that will not be a live video, okay? Love y'all.